Join ForumIAS Academy, trusted by hundreds of toppers, including IAS Rank 1 Anudeep Durishetty, Shruti Sharma, and Ishita Kishore.
Hello aspirants. From this video onwards, we are going to understand basics of ideology, okay? In next few videos, including this, we are going to understand the basics of ideologies which are there in your syllabus also. So in your political science optional syllabus, you have complete set of ideologies, political ideologies that you have to study, okay, in paper 1 section A. So as this series focuses on building or helping you to develop some basic understanding of the most essential concepts in PSIR, and finally helping you to prepare yourself for foundation course, because even if you are a non-backgrounder, you will be having a good information of the most basic concepts or the terms that we use in the proper foundation course, okay? So today I'm going to explain these two terms that are frequently used in any general political discourse or even in academic discourses. These two terms that you have here these two terms are left and right. Okay, and this would be a good starting point to discuss about other ideologies which are important. Okay, so you will see that these terms are frequently used, and then today in this part you are going to understand that what these terms actually mean. Okay, so what it means to call someone leftist or rightist, what it means to call someone center rightist or center leftist or far rightist, ये चीज आपको यहाँ पर समझ में आने वाली है आज. Okay, but again the explanation would be quite basic as the purpose of the series is. Okay, now first of all notice that these two terms are actually used to denote your political ideological position, the stand that you take, okay, the political opinions, the ideas or beliefs that you have. Okay, so there will be a leftist ideology or rightist ideology. And you should also know that these terms actually connote some general view of the political opinions or ideologies, generalized or summarized political opinions. Okay, so summarized view of political beliefs or opinions. Summarized and general, these two terms are very important. Okay, now if you go back to the origin of these two terms, that where they got originated, so you see that happening in the States General Meeting in 1789, that is the French Revolution I'm talking about. Okay, and precisely the sitting arrangement that was adopted in a States General Meeting. So that is the origin of these two terms. So what was the seating arrangement there? This was the sitting arrangement. There was the president's chair, and the left side you see revolution or those radicals who were in support of revolutions. And in the right side, you saw aristocrats, or you can also call them conservatives. Okay? So adopting your perspective that this is the left side. So left side sitting, or those people who sat on the left side, they stood for some radical change. Okay, radicals as they were called. They stood for some kind of revolution. While conservatives, aristocrats, wanted to preserve the order. They did not want any kind of change. Okay, so they were actually reacting to the idea of revolution. Okay, so from that point onwards, these left and right, these two terms actually got associated with political leanings. Okay, so left who stand for radical changes, right who stand for preservation of the order. Okay, and from that point onwards, as they got associated with political leanings, they are still used in, as I said, political discourses, including academic discourses, to denote political positions, ideological positions. Okay? But before you understand it precisely, as a student of PSIR, you must understand that these are the summarized, these terms are actually providing the summarized or general view. Okay? They do not have the exact well-defined meanings. These two terms do not have very exact meanings. So should not be misunderstood to be some kind of comprehensively or exhaustively defined concepts. That is not the case. Okay? So they just provide you the summarized ideological position, the view or ideological position. Should not be taken as well-established, exhaustively defined concepts. Okay, so with this understanding, you can further proceed to understand that the term left and right can be easily understood by considering this linear spectrum of the political ideologies. Okay? Where left and right should be taken as the two extreme poles of this particular spectrum. Okay, so you have liberalism here, then you have conservatism, here you have fascism, socialism, and communism. So I made this spectrum, linear spectrum, just below this particular division that you have seen already. So this is left and this is right. Okay. So these leftist ideological positions from this point onwards, and these are rightist ideological positions. Okay. So these leftist ideological positions, they uphold and support the ideas like equality, fraternity, reform, change, or internationalism. Okay? While rightist political ideologies, they are for order, preserving the order, authority, preserving the hierarchy, and nationalism. Okay, so order, authority, hierarchy, nationalism, these are the ideas that are supported, upholded by rightist ideologies. Okay, so leftist, what it means to be leftist, someone who upholds the ideas of equality, reform, progress, fraternity, okay, internationalism. So you see that happening, and you will see in greater detail when you will see that happening, coming in foundation course, that Marx or Marxist ideology is quite leftist, talking about proletarian internationalism. Okay? And then you see the rightist political parties or leaders being nationalist. Okay? So preserving the culture, preserving the tradition, believing in authority, hierarchy, all that is rightist view. Okay? So as you see that these leftist and rightist ideologies, or these two terms are showing what? These two terms are actually showing the summarized view of the political opinions or beliefs of leaders or political parties. So division is actually with regard to some basic question. So for example, those questions can be that what should be the role of a state? What should be economic policy? Okay? Many other areas that you see that leaders and political parties generally have contention or divisions. Okay? So a leftist ideological position would ask for maybe a greater role of state than market, okay, in resource allocation, while these people will be more in favor of free market economy. So that is related to market state divide. Okay, I should also tell you that this market-state divide is very much central to these kind of spectrum that we draw to distinguish different kind of ideologies. But the academic discourses regarding ideologies, they have gone beyond this distinction or this market-state divide. That is not covered in these spectrums. Okay. Now also notice that in these ideologies which are there in the extreme end of this spectrum, fascism and communism, you will find a certain similarity. Okay. So कम्युनिज्म का बहुत अच्छा एग्जांपल हो सकता है रशिया अंडर स्टालिन. दिस इज अल्ट्रा लेफ्टिस्ट आइडियोलॉजी, रशिया अंडर स्टालिन. एंड फासिज्म का एग्जांपल हो सकता है फासिस्ट इटली और इटली अंडर मुसोलिनी, और जर्मनी, नाजी जर्मनी, जर्मनी अंडर हिटलर. So this is ultra leftist wing and this is ultra rightist wing, okay, in this spectrum. So you just saw that these ideologies differ. They are upholding the values of equality, fraternity, internationalism and all, and these are upholding the values of order, hierarchy, authority and nationalism. But similarity that you should notice here is this, that ultra leftist and ultra rightist wing start sharing certain tendencies. So for example, totalitarianism was very much present in Russia under Stalin, and it was very much present in fascist Italy or Nazi Germany. Okay, so it seems as if the whole linear spectrum in its both end start converging, forming something like horseshoe shape or horseshoe spectrum, where the extreme left and extreme right seems similar. ओके तो ये एंड कन्वर्ज क्यों करने लग जाते हैं? बिकॉज ऑफ द दिस सिमिलर टोटलिटेरियन टेंडेंसी दैट दे हैव, बोथ फासिज्म एज वेल एज कम्युनिज्म. तो यहां आप देखिए कम्युनिज्म एंड हियर यू हैव fascism. Okay, so then you have conservatism, liberalism, socialism. Okay, so also understand that even the linear spectrum was not able to actually convey the differences here. Okay, and then you saw that the extreme left and extreme right actually start converging because of this similarity that they had, precisely totalitarianism. Okay, now it's not just that, these spectrums are not able to depict or convey the precise meanings of various other ideologies. So for example, in both spectrum you can't have something called anarchism. You need another spectrum, another kind of spectrum for that. Okay, you also do not cover a classic debate that exists between libertarianism and conservatism. That is also not covered in these spectrums and cannot be covered actually in this division of left and right. You also do not see these ideologies that emerged around new issues, for example feminism or ecologism. Okay, so you also see that what is also happening with this established division of these two terms that we have, left and right. Along with that, we are also seeing emergence of new kinds of linear spectrum, new kinds of horseshoe spectrum or 2D spectrum to distinguish among or to differentiate among different political ideologies. Okay, so lastly, what you should remember is this, that leftist ideology is one, or leftist political ideologies are more in favor of equality, internationalism, fraternity, reform, change, while rightist ideologies are more in favor of tradition, order, authority, hierarchy, and nationalism. Okay, so that is the only learning. And also should notice that these are the summarized view, okay, to distinguish political parties and leaders. That is all you can gain from using or reading these terms. Okay, do not have exact meanings, should not be taken as the exhaustively, comprehensively defined political concepts. Okay, and that is the reason why left and right, these kind of terms should be used with all caution. Okay, so this was about these two terms. In the next few videos we are going to understand basics of certain ideologies, political ideologies. This was all. Thank you.